Hey, Louvren, and welcome back once again to Spectre of Communism. We're in the final battle in Europe, at least for the moment, as we inch ever closer to Berlin. The weird thing is, we did capture Bratislava and Vienna, but they do show as not being taken yet. That's a bit unfair because we did take them last episode. Huh. That's weird. Seems like they should change that overlay. Oh well. Anyway, let's get back to Zhukov. And I do think that if we look at the units, then we can see that there aren't a lot of upgrades to be done. So I think this is the perfect time to go for the modernization program and the optimization program. That leaves us with 250 points. And that means that I can now up the aviation, make it a little bit cheaper. Yes. And I can also work on the... Oh, airstrike was 250? Well, I guess that just means that I will keep my 150 points. There is nothing else that I really want at this point, and it doesn't really matter, I think. Reduce it by 4, but I'm not going to use that very often anyhow. Oh, that's fine. We'll keep it at that. That means so we'll go back to the units. All right. Let's take a look. I do want to overstrength more of these units wherever I can first. I'll just start with that. It does cause a ton of prestige as well, but this is always definitely worth it, I think. All right. Let's take a look at the equipment then. For these, they only have incendiary shells at the moment. I'll give them spaced armor for additional hard defense. And I really don't need the additional ammunition and fuel. That's really worthless for these guys. I might just as well increase their hard and soft attack. Oh, that might seem a bit weird, but... talking about things, Battle of Königsberg is actually not a winter mission. It's so I actually don't need to give my units winter clothing or winter equipment. Just for confirmation here. So I do have aircraft radar, PTAB, and yeah, I cannot have more than one. This is useless. This is ammunition, which will give me +1 hard and +2 soft attack. We would the gun range also becomes 1. That's interesting. We would spend 3 prestige every time we activate it, but might be still somewhat useful. Can I actually upgrade these? No. For the ANT SB, the IL-10 is actually quite a bit better, and it's not that expensive. The I guess because it's a dive bomber, whereas this is, yeah. Let's switch this to the IL-10. And Do I not have any for tactical bombers? I did not have him assigned yet. Ready for assignment. Well, okay. That's weird. Well, these aren't the absolute best, but let's go for flight instructor. You see, the chance that they will get an overrun is very unlikely anyway. Though I could try to make it work. We'll see. This is Marina Raskova. Okay. New Stalin personally. Of female air regiments. Fighter regiment, bomb regiment, and a night bomb regiment. Ah, I see. Night witches. Alright, so she served in the night witches. Makes sense then. Fair enough. And she's also air unit. Interesting. Anyway, yeah, so we have this for equipment. Let's also give them the RS-82. They have radar, cameras. In this case, I might just as well give these guys bombs to use. If they already have the aircraft radar and the cameras. Might actually be useful at some point, so. Now, there are some pretty weak air units here. Well, this isn't worth 633. To change out the Air Cobra. How about that Spitfire? It's also not worth it. They're actually not that bad, these ones. Alright, well, never mind. Equipment here. At the very least, generally I want sappers. I also have some flamethrowers in the mix. It's good. Interesting, because you have 5 ammunition, 15 fuel. This is all, well, nice and well. Okay, I already had heavy searchlights, so they won't allow me. That's sad. Additional ammunition is usually quite worthwhile for these guys. The elephants. Spaced armor. That's the sappers. Removes half of the nighttime attack penalty. Stack with Night Hunter. Huh. Well, they don't have Night Hunter, so that is also quite useful. For the SU-100, I could probably do the same. All right, he's already serving in the. Let's see, because I think I have all of them assigned now. Yeah. Anyway, you got the zappers, Vickers machine gun. I think I want to give them smoke grenade, just in case. Zappers. Let's actually give them spaced armor. So, spaced armor, tank flamethrower. Most of these already have a Night Hunter, but it might be that one of these doesn't have it. No, all of them do. T-3485 does not need additional ammunition nor fuel. They would go for sappers, spaced armor. How are they on ammo? They have 5 ammo, 20 fuel, which is enough. It means I could just beef up their defenses even more. Now for you, I guess, which hero do you have? None. Okay. You see, for this one, because they have first strike, I kind of feel that they should have the VD instead of spaced armor. Let's do that. And the M4A1, I could upgrade them. That'd be really expensive. I would not be able to buy new units. But currently I have already 2 T-3485s. They're okay-ish. I actually want to buy another infantry and another AA. 1, 2, 3, 4. Mostly another anti-aircraft though. Do I not get another anti-air mobile? M16, so that's not oh. Wish I would have been able to compare this. Heavy armor, fire support, howitzer fire. It's rather like an artillery. I just kind of wish I had more mobile artillery, but I just don't. Sadly. However, I just messed that up. It's a shame I cannot undo the levels now. Oh well. Okay. If I want to purchase another infantry at this point, look at guards. At 73, that's pretty cheap. Okay. With no picture. Yeah, unfortunately. Anyway. What does this do? If the attack range does not exceed 2 hexes against the howitzer fire ability, I mean, that would still be pretty good. Even though it doesn't have a picture there. Alright, so I did get the infantry and the anti-air. That's what I wanted. That's great. Now let's listen to these guys.
The assault in Königsberg will be an excellent rehearsal before the capture of Berlin. The city is well fortified and a large number of troops are concentrated there. Don't expect a walk in the park. I recommend using heavy assault guns in tandem with an infantry equipped with flamethrowers.
Alright.
Königsberg has always been the heart of German statehood. It will be even more symbolic when Soviet soldiers capture it in the near future. It will be the end of an era, and perhaps the start of something new and better, with justice. At least, I hope so.
Yeah.
We have to protect our main force advancing at Berlin from flank attack. We must take Königsberg and eliminate the German army located in East Prussia.
The Germans have heavily fortified their positions. We will need massive artillery and air bombardment to soften them up.
Indeed. I suggest we advance on Königsberg from both the north and the south. Our troops will fully encircle the city. Its defenders will not last long after we cut it off from the rest of the troops.
It seems you thought your plan through well, Vasilevsky. Fine. We will proceed as you suggest.
That was fast. Although this mission is also kind of like a sideshow. Before the real battle happens, training mission.
Is everything ready for the assault on Königsberg?
Affirmative, Comrade Stalin.
Good. Commence the operation. It is time to kick the Germans out of Eastern Prussia.
Comrades, you heard our supreme leader. The operation gives us 2 main missions. First, we must cut Königsberg off from the Germany's Samland units. To do this, We have to capture the Fort Queen Louise. It's a small fortress that covers the main road to Pillau. Second, we must capture the strategic points in and around Königsberg. These are the towns of Medgethen, Strittheim, Quednau, Ebsenheim, Neudam, Lauth, Neuendorf, and Guttenfeld. We should also take the Königsberg city districts, Rosenau, Ponart, Nassegarten, the Port District, Ratshof, Maraunenhof, Devau, and the inner fortress on the left and the right banks of the canal. Think of this as a dress rehearsal for the storm of Berlin, comrades. No mistakes.
Right. The interesting part about it is that for the Germans, am I allowed to actually see that before deployment? No. They have this Queen Louise fort here, which is a supply hub. Supply in this game doesn't naturally flow from off of the map, but it only comes from supply hubs, which means that if you take the supply hubs, you prevent them from getting any supply. In this case, they get it from the maritime hub and the Queen Louise fort over on these locations. But besides that, they don't seem to be getting any supplies at all on any of the locations, which makes sense. They are cut off from both north and the south, and I would presume from the east as well, but we don't see that. But naturally they would not be getting supply from there, which means that I want to put a heavy focus on moving in from this location to take those two supply positions, and then once we've taken that, it's pretty much over. If the Germans capture other places like Heidewaldberg, that will be troublesome, just like them capturing this. Now, in reality, I actually expect the Germans to counterattack first, because this is just something that the AI always does, especially in the air. It is generally very tricky at that. So I need to make sure that we have sufficient AA available in all of those locations where I deploy. I want to deploy into two groups. One group down here. Yeah, one group here and preferably one group up there. And then hopefully nothing in here, or at least very little. These guys will likely be obliterated at that point though, and I might not actually want to have that happen. Because that will add up to my losses. So I will put some of the most powerful units up here as a defense as well, together with 2 AAs. Up here, I think it's less likely the enemy will come out with exceptional forces. But I still need to protect these areas as well. Now let's take a look at the trains. I want to put one here and one up here. And the reason why I want to do that is that gives me the most mobility for them initially while being able to defend as well. This guy is the one with cover. It's a bit weird because they act as if it's a deployment area, but then they give me the AA there. It's a bit weird. So you are the one with assaulter and hide and seek. I'll have to defend there too, actually. Well, these I can actually retreat towards this way. All right. Now, the start if there's anything that I think is a good idea is moving my infantry into hexes like this. I don't want to say it's super safe, but it is an exceptionally safe forward defense. I'm only a bit afraid that it is truck movement, but it doesn't look like it. You don't have overrun though. Yeah, I mean they have tactical retreat, but it's weird. Right, so now what we can see is that basically they have indeed this and this as supply points. And nothing else. Oh, wow. Didn't see that before? That's something. Well, yeah, it's that thing that's in the way. The artillery, that is. But I need to clear the infantry. Like, I totally expect them to counterattack in this area. That's kind of the thing. We know there is nothing in those areas. It's just that I need to be able to kill it, and I can't do that this way. One, two, three, four, five, six. They have only one movement left. It's an assault gun. You don't have flamethrowers either. I also did not give them flamethrowers, interestingly enough. The thing that's rather unfortunate here is that these guys also would use overrun there. So I actually think I'm probably just better off going this way, which is weird, I agree. I also want to finish off the recon to make sure that they don't have good vision here. during those first turns, I think that's also going to be very important. To make sure they don't. This is pretty suck it up. It means I also need to move them forward now to make sure that they don't die. The one thing that's reasonable at the very least is that that's pathetic. That should still give me overrun. Yeah, I cannot be super aggressive. Basically, I have 19 turns, which means that on average, I should get, or I should destroy at least 5%, slightly more, of enemy units. In order to keep up. There's one thing that I want to take a look at in the manual. Street hexes do not block the line of sight and allow firing in 2 hexes range. At the same time, your troops are easier to spot than in a city hex. Okay. There's the goal. One, two, three. See, it's super likely that they're going to launch some counteroffensives with whatever units they have here. The difficulty. I have air forces here, but no airfield. First of all, I'll put all my bombers in the airfield. Yeah, okay. Then this thing is the absolute strangest. Well, oh my god, really? Oh, gee. What an idiot. Oh my god. That's super dumb. I'm so dumb. I always think you can shoot over this because it's so small. It's rough terrain, yeah. I know there's nothing here, I just want them out of the way, out of sight. What an idiot. Okay, so now at least I have a decent indication of what's what. Okay. I mean, they can still move now. Dead. Dead. Now they have the elephant here. But without any artillery, can now quite easily kill them. I just need to have enough movement to again move back to protect my units. If they're gonna bomb this infantry, yeah, I totally do not care. But if they're gonna harass something else, that would be a big problem. These guys have tactical retreat, so that's okay. Now, this will put them to 2, and then I would have to retreat from somewhere else. How bad is it gonna be? I'd really rather just take it, but then... Oh yeah, now... I can at least take that over. Which is good, it will draw out some enemies. I am not sure why you wouldn't be able to go further though. Well, that's the max. That is really unfortunate, actually. I really would have thought they'd be able to go further. The main problem with that is that I then need to have an attitude of if they die, they die, and I don't really like that kind of attitude. Like, I still have these, but for units such as this, I do tend to want to try and hide them. So I kind of need to keep them there. They are very powerful, so it's not as if the AI is super likely to just go about and attack them.
Comrade Zhukov, our forces keep getting hit by German partisan-style attacks. It looks like the attackers are local civilians. They hide in rough terrain and use small arms and anti-tank rocket launchers to ambush our people.
Keep your eyes peeled, Comrade Vasilevsky. We need maximum ground reconnaissance so that not even a single Fritz escapes his Soviet bullet. We don't have enough people to lose them during marches.
Hmm? Well, I didn't lose anything yet. Though, yeah. Screw that. All right. I'm pretty much just trying everything to Also protect my more vulnerable units. Man, this just also straight up sucks. Yeah, screw that. All right. I don't even know how strong those partisans are, but frankly, I don't also really care. Alright. First turn's always gonna be the worst. Wow. Yep. I'd be quite displeased if the game said something about rescuing these guys, because it would pretty much just mean I would have to entirely redeploy my units. I also don't think it's very likely that you would ever be able to save these guys. To be completely honest. It's actually funny that they use, or that they don't bomb earlier, kind of like. Okay, as long as those units don't die, the damage on them doesn't matter. That's a bit weird the way that works, but I couldn't deploy there either, so. What? How did they shoot over it? Or from there? There's a mountain in the way. Come on, man, be realistic. That... Really? Like, for them, I get it, but these guys, how can they shoot from there to there with mountains? That's beyond me. What are you attacking? The infantry? Oh. Is the attacker with a fighter? Okay, so not to be a dick, but if they're already dead, how am I supposed to save them? If that is actually going to be a thing. Which it shouldn't. Mm-hmm. Hmm. It's a weird Overwatch. Oh, they have the Warframe on. Ah, boy. This is gonna be painful for them. I'm actually quite happy they keep attacking these. They'll be easy pickings next turn. As long as they don't die, this doesn't matter. Getting pretty dicey though, but they're running out of places to attack from, so... Yep. No, they damaged that, but that's fine.
Comrade Zhukov, have you heard of the Amber Room?
Vaguely, Comrade Beria. What of it?
Exactly. What of it? More exactly, where did it go? The Germans stole it, lock, stock, and barrel when they looted the Catherine Palace in Pushkin at the beginning of the war. It turns out they piled up all that priceless amber in Königsberg. Find the Amber Room, Comrade Zhukov, but make sure it gets back home without a scratch.
Okay. Yeah, anyway, these guys will be dead soon. Those are huge losses for non-core unit repair. already. But I do think that from now on out, I should be able to protect most of the non-core units. Given that the initial attack is always the worst, and then it becomes easier as you go along. So we'll be able to make things a little bit more safe after this initial attack is over. Either way, I'm going to end this first video here. I want to thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Bye-bye.